Hi, I'm Karl Stutzman, Director of Library Services. Graduate study involves writing a lot of papers. We want you to be successful at this. We have some writing tips to offer you, specifically about how to handle material that you take from other authors. These are important conventions in North American academic writing. This can be like learning another language. One thing to note at the outset is that we have a preference for using one's own words while still giving credit to other authors for the ideas. In order to use material from others effectively, you need to take careful notes indicating the source and the page number. The first way of handling another author's work is to use quotation marks. Before any use of the other author's work, we need to introduce it somehow with the author's name and maybe even a little bit about the author or book. When using this quotation of a relatively shorter portion, you need to do what we've done here. Here's the introduction. We added a quotation mark before the first part of the words we took from the source. We put a period at the end of the sentence, followed by a quotation mark to indicate the end of the words from the source. And then at the very end, we put our footnote properly formatted. There is a program called Zotero, which you'll learn about, that helps you properly format your footnotes and makes that work a lot easier. So when using a quotation of a larger portion of another author's work, 5 or more lines is the rule. We need to do this. As usual, we introduce the quote. Here we don't add the quotation marks, but we do indent the text. That means we move the whole block of text over from the left-hand side using a feature in Microsoft Word. And that distinguishes it from the surrounding text. We single space the text to distinguish it from the surrounding text. And at the very end of the block quotation, we put our footnote. Again, Zotero can be really helpful because you'll have lots of footnotes when you write. So it's more helpful to the flow of your paper if you largely use your own voice rather than quoting extensively. This means putting the ideas of other authors into your own words or paraphrasing. One helpful way to do this is by summarizing or condensing a larger chunk of what another author writes into a manageable size for your paper. So you'll need to do what we've done here. Introduce the quote. Do not add quotation marks except for brief phrases that are unique to the other author's work. And at the very end of the text that draws on the author, insert your footnote. I recommend you to have at least one citation per paragraph of your research writing. If you don't do that, it looks sloppy. It looks like you forgot to cite your source. So to put the finishing touches on your paper, just a reminder that the best writers never work alone. Virtually all published books have an editor, so having a writing partner or using writing services gives you that extra edge. If you're working with writing services, set up an in-person or virtual meeting to learn from the process. And we talk about coming to writing services early and often. So you can come at various stages of your writing so that you strengthen your writing along the way. So your papers and your requests for appointments can be sent to writingservices@ambs.edu. If you don't get the response you need from writing services, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly by email, since I'm the supervisor of writing services, and this is my email address. Thank you very much, and I wish you many blessings as you do lots of writing in seminary. Bye.